There were 6 presidential candidates invited to the first debate ahead of this year's elections, but polls indicate only 2 of them stand a real chance of winning: former President Luiz Lula da Silva and incumbent President Jair Bolsonaro. The debate began with a question by President Bolsonaro to his main opponent about corruption in the Workers' Party government, Lula da Silva's most vulnerable spot after his conviction on corruption charges back in 2017, despite the fact that the Supreme Court later overturned that conviction.
O seu governo foi marcado pela cleptocracia, ou seja, governo feito à base de roubo.
Your government was marked by kleptocracy, a government based on robberies, and this thievery was to gain support in the Congress. Not just for the President Lula, it was to gain support inside the Congress. So nothing justifies this lying answer that you gave on this matter. Yes, your government was the most corrupt government in Brazil's history.
From his side, Lula da Silva tried to draw attention to his strong suit, the favorable economic conditions during his government, and contrasting that to the crisis experienced by the current government.
It is unspeakable what we have just heard. The President should have been informed that it was exactly in our government that Petrobras got the size it has, with the capitalization of 70 billion reais to Petrobras growth. The President should know that my government is marked by the biggest policy of social inclusion, for the biggest generation of jobs, for the biggest increase of the minimum salary.
Former President Lula da Silva is ahead on all polls, but in past weeks his lead over President Jair Bolsonaro has narrowed considerably. A first-round victory for Lula da Silva cannot yet be totally ruled out, but it seems much more unlikely now than it did a few weeks ago. A real-time survey of undecided voters watching the debate by Datafolha pollsters found Bolsonaro ranked as having the worst performance. Lula was deemed second worst. Democratic Movement candidate Simone Tebet had the best overall evaluation. A large number of those surveyed also cited disappointment in the level of personal attacks launched during the debate. They included one biting attack by Bolsonaro against a female journalist who tried to question his response to the coronavirus pandemic.
Vera, I couldn't expect anything else from you. You think about me in your sleep. You must have a crush on me or something. You can't take a side in a debate like this and make false accusations about me. You're a disgrace to Brazilian journalism.
The survey suggests voters were also disappointed by the lack of concrete proposals and ideas in the candidates' talking points. It seems to be the reflection of a highly polarized campaign, based more on ideological divide and political affiliation than on actual plans for the country. Paulo Cabral, CGTN, São Paulo.